This article series is designed for anyone looking to efficiently prepare for Cisco certifications, whether you are a beginner or an experienced IT professional. I will share proven strategies to make learning more effective and help you avoid common mistakes. Common mistakes in exam preparation and how to avoid them. Many candidates don't fail their exams due to a lack of knowledge but because of poorly structured preparation. The exam topics provide a clear guideline, yet they are often underestimated or misinterpreted. The following mistakes are particularly common. Superficially skimming the exam topics. A common misconception is that the exam topics are just a rough guideline. In reality, they are the only reliable source for what will be tested. I made this mistake myself during one of my exams. Suddenly, I was faced with a question about a topic I had never heard of before. My first reaction was frustration. Why was something being tested that was barely mentioned in the official learning materials? The answer was simple. That topic was in the exam topics. It might have seemed insignificant, but it was there. Since then, I review the topics more thoroughly and leave nothing unchecked. Lack of structured learning planning. Many candidates jump straight into courses or videos without first getting an overview of what they actually need to learn. A more effective approach is initial overview, priming, skim through all topics to understand the scope. Weighting analysis. Check how much each section contributes to the final exam score. Verb analysis. Understand the required depth of knowledge based on the verbs, e.g., describe versus implement, self-assessment. Identify what you already know, what needs reinforcement, and what is completely new. Only after this process does it make sense to develop a structured study plan. Failing to prioritize topics. Treating all topics as equally important is a waste of time. Not allocating enough time for review. Learning doesn't stop after the first pass through the material. Topics must be repeated multiple times and applied in practice to become part of long-term memory. Underestimating the required depth of understanding. The verbs in the exam topics provide clear hints about whether a topic just needs to be described or actively implemented. Those who focus only on theoretical concepts will quickly hit a wall when faced with hands-on questions. Exam topics. The key to success. The exam topics may initially appear to be a simple list of verbs and subjects. This is a critical mistake, as I learned during my first certification attempt. In reality, the exam topics follow a structured system based on the revised Bloom's taxonomy. Understanding the structured percentage weighting of major topics. The 35% weighting shows that more than a third of the exam focuses on network security. This weighting should directly influence your time allocation when studying. Bloom's taxonomy in exam topics: evaluate, assess, test, troubleshoot, right pointing arrow, critical judgment ability, create, design, develop, construct, right pointing arrow, creative problem solving skills. Exam topics as the only reliable guide. A critical point in preparing for Cisco exams is understanding that the exam topics are the only definitive guide to the exam content. How to use the exam topics effectively. Read through the exam topics and highlight key verbs. Consider the weighting and set study priorities accordingly. Categorize topics: known, needs reinforcement, completely new. Obsidian as my knowledge hub. The foundation of successful exam preparation is effective knowledge organization. The real value comes from interlinking notes. Exams no longer remain isolated knowledge islands but become part of a larger, connected framework. This knowledge network creates connections between exam content and practical experience. Highlights overlaps between different certifications. Supports long-term learning through active linking. Helps recognize and utilize cross-topic relationships. Time management and prioritization. Structured time management is crucial for success. Practical organization. Plan topics in advance and schedule study blocks. Link resources directly to topics. Define clear start and end times. Include buffer time for unexpected delays. Balancing study and life. Coordinate with work commitments. Optimize